Hello everyone. Today's video I am going to discuss about the introduction of module 2. The module 2 is a Fourier series in Fourier series, and today's video I am going to explain about periodic function and Dirichlet's condition. What is periodic function, its importance, and the conditions, that is the Dirichlet's conditions which will be used in the problems, and the introduction of the Fourier series. To begin with, what is Fourier series? And for that, we need to know the periodic function. A real valued function f of x is said to be of the period t if f of x plus n t is equal to f of x, where t greater than 0, where t is a period. Now look at the examples. Sin x, cos x are periodic with the period 2n pi. And coming to tan x, it is a periodic function with a period of 2n plus 1 pi. And also a constant function is periodic with any positive period of pi. How it is? Let me explain to you. See, for example, if I take sin x, when x is added with the 2 pi, that is one full rotation, then what happens? Sin of 2 pi plus x, that is, it will be in the first quadrant itself, and we will be getting it as sin x only. Similarly, cos x also we will be getting cos of 2 pi plus x will be same as cos x. These are all called as the periodic functions. Similarly, tan x and a constant function and so on, many more. This is the periodic function. Coming to the Dirichlet's conditions, a function f of x defined in the interval c less than or equal to x less than or equal to c plus 2 pi can be expanded as an infinite trigonometric series of the form: number 1, it is single valued, f of x is single valued and finite in the interval c, c plus 2 pi, and it is continuous with finite number of finite discontinuities in the interval c, c plus 2 pi. And f of x has no or finite number of maxima or minima in the interval c, c plus 2 pi. These are all called as the Dirichlet's condition. Coming to the definition of the Fourier series. Fourier series for the function f of x in the interval c to c plus 2 pi, that is open interval, is given by f of x is equal to a naught by 2 plus sigma a n cos nx, where n is from 1 to infinite, and sigma bn sin nx, where n is from 1 to infinity again, where a naught is 1 by pi integral 0 c2 to c plus 2 pi f of x into dx, and an is given by 1 by pi integral c to c plus 2 pi f of x cos nx dx, and bn is given by 1 by pi integral c to c plus 2 pi f of x sin nx of dx. These are all the values to be found, that is a naught, an and bn has to be determined and substituted in the f of x. That gives us the Fourier series for the function f of x in the interval c to c plus 2 pi. Next, coming to the odd and even functions. The function is said to be an odd function if f of x is given by minus f of minus x. That means if x is replaced with the minus x, it will be exactly negative of this function. So let us look at the example: x, x cube, sin x, etc. So when we replace x with a minus x, we will be getting exactly minus of the function. Similarly, coming to the even function, it is said to be even. It is function is said to be even if f of x is equal to f of minus x. Then example is x square, cos x, sin square x, etc. These are all even functions. So coming to the next, there are actually 4 types of expansion over the interval, Fourier series expansion over the interval. In that, the first type we are discussing here is minus pi to plus pi. Next, 0 to 2 pi. Then we have minus L to plus L, and we have 0 to 2L. These are all the 4 types we have to study. Okay. In that, the first type I am going to explain in this video. So for 0 minus pi to plus pi, the f of x series is given by a0 by 2 plus sigma an cos nx plus sigma bn sin nx. Let us call this as equation number 1, where a0 is given by 1 by pi integral minus pi to plus pi f of x dx, and an is 1 by pi integral minus pi to plus pi f of x cos nx dx for n is equal to 1 to infinity, and bn is given by 1 by pi integral minus pi to plus pi f of x sin nx dx for n is equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. If f of x is an odd function in the interval minus pi to plus pi, then a0 and an will be 0. That means we need to find only the bn value, where bn is given by the formula. Okay. Supposing if it is, that means bn value has to be determined. If f of x is an even function in the interval minus pi to plus pi, then bn will be 0. When bn is 0, the remaining 2 terms, that is a0 and an, needs to be determined, where a0 is 2 by pi integral 0 to pi f of x dx, an is given by 2 by pi integral 0 to pi f of x cos nx dx for n is equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. This checking of even and odd function is applicable only when the Fourier series is determined between minus pi to plus pi or minus L to plus L. And when it is coming to 0 to 2 pi or 0 to 2L, no need to check whether it is an even function or odd function. All the 3 terms, that is a0, an and bn, has to be determined. Coming to the problem. Obtain Fourier expansion of the function f of x is equal to x over the interval minus pi to plus pi, and hence deduce that pi by 4 is 1 minus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 5 minus 1 by 7 plus etc. So this is the function or what they have given. So consider the given function. Let us look into the solution now. So given function, let us consider f of x is equal to x, and f of x is given by the formula, that is a0 by 2 plus sigma an cos nx plus sigma bn sin nx. Now we need to check whether it is an even function or an odd function by replacing x with minus x. So when we replace x with minus x, we are getting f of minus x is equal to minus x. That is nothing but minus of f of x. Hence the given function f of x is odd function in the interval minus pi comma plus pi. So when it is an odd function, we know that a0 and an will be 0. So no need to determine the values of a0 and an. Only find the value of bn, where bn is given by 2 by pi integral 0 to pi f of x sin nx into dx, where f of x is given by x. So x into sin nx into dx. This is the bn which we need to determine. But while integrating, we need to consider this x as u and sin nx as v. So when we do the integration, it is first function, that is x, in integral of sin x will be minus cos nx by x n minus derivative of x is 1, and again the integral of cos nx is minus sin nx by n square, where the integral is from 0 to pi. Now let us substitute 0 to pi for this. What do we get? Minus pi cos n pi by n plus sin n pi by n square minus lower limit when we substitute 0 cos 0 by n plus sin 0 by n square. Now what happens is this sin n pi will be 0, cos 0 into 0 is there, so that is also 0, and sin 0 is also 0. So except the first term, remaining all the three terms is going to be 0. Now we know that cos n pi can be written as minus 1 power n, and minus 1 power n divided by n, and pi is there which cancels with this. So here also minus 1 is there, and here also minus 1 power n is there. So when we multiply minus 1 into minus 1 power n, the power gets added. Therefore, what we are getting is minus 1 power n plus 1 into 2 by n, which implies f of x is equal to, anyway a0 and an will be 0, replacing the bn value. What do we get here is 2 by n minus 1 power n plus 1 into sin nx. This is the value, and you can take this 2 outside and f of x is replaced with the x. So we are getting x as this. Now by putting n is equals to 1, 2, 3 etc., we will be getting this series. This is the required Fourier series expansion. Now we need to get the value of pi by 4. So let us put a suitable value for x, that is pi by 2. When we put pi by 2 here, pi by 2 is given by 2 into sin pi by 2 minus half sin 2 pi by 2, which is going to be 0, plus 1 by 3 sin 3 pi by 2, and so on. Wherever 2 is multiplied, that is the even term is multiplied, even number is multiplied, 2 and 2 cancels, will be getting pi, 2 pi, and so on. We know that sin pi, sin 2 pi etc. are all 0. Therefore, all the even terms are getting equal to 0. Only we are getting the odd terms, and that too with the positive and negative terms alternatively. Therefore, pi by 4 is given by 1 minus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 5 minus 1 by 7 plus etc. This is the deduction part we have done. Coming to the next problem. Expand f of x is equal to root of 1 minus cos x into a Fourier series over the interval minus pi to plus pi. So for the solution, let us consider the f of x as a0 by 2 plus sigma an cos nx plus sigma bn sin nx. Let us call this as equation number 1. Now, given f of x, let us consider. We need to check whether it is an odd function or an even function. Let us put x as minus x. Then we know that cos of x is same as cos of minus x. Therefore, we are getting 1 minus cos x under the root. So we prove that now f of minus x is same as f of plus x. Therefore, it is an even function. When it is an even function, the bn value will be 0. So we need to find out the value of a0 and an, where a0 formula is given by 2 by pi integral 0 to pi f of x dx, where f of x is given by 1 minus cos x under the root. But we cannot integrate as it is, so we need to do the application of a formula where we know that 1 minus cos x can be written as 2 sin square x by 2. Which when we take it under the root, then root 2 can be taken outside. Under the root of sin square x by 2 will become sin x by 2 dx. So 2 root 2 divided by pi is taken outside. We can directly integrate this, or else we can do the substitution, that is x by 2 is equal to t and dx by 2 will be dt, so that dx will be 2 dt. When x is the lower limit, when we substitute for x as 0, t will be 0. When x is substituted as pi, t will become pi by 2. Therefore, the limits will be changed from 0 to pi to 0 to pi by 2. And sin x by t will become sin t, dx will be changed to 2 dt. So this 2, which is a constant, is taken outside. So we will be getting 4 root 2 divided by pi into integral of sin t from 0 to pi by 2. And the integration of sin t is given by minus cos t. So cos of pi by 2 and cos of 0, that is upper limit and then the lower limit when we substitute. And we know that cos pi by 2 is equal to 0 and cos 0 is 1. So because of the lower limit, we will be getting a negative sign. So this we will be getting it as 4 root 2 divided by pi. That is the value of a0. Now let us take the an value. So it is 2 by pi integral 0 to pi f of x into cos nx, where f of x is given by root of 1 minus cos x, which we already determined as root 2 times of sin square x by 2, or by taking the root 2 outside, we get 2 root 2 divided by pi. Sin square x under the root is sin x by 2 and into cos nx. We can apply sin a cos b formula here. So when I apply the sin a cos b formula, what do I get? 2 root 2 divided by pi, 0 to pi half times of sin of n plus half x minus sin of n minus half x into dx, and root 2 by pi. This we will be getting, because 2 and 2 cancels here, so we are getting only root 2 by pi. And on integration of sin, it is minus cos of n plus half x by n plus half, minus, again sin integral is minus 1, minus cos n minus half x divided by n minus half. The limits are 0 to pi. Now this n plus half pi, it will be tending to 0, and here also cos of n minus half pi will be 0. Only the cos 0 term will be retained. That is the lower limit. When we substitute, it will be retained. So we will be getting, this is minus of minus, which will be plus, and this will become, second term will become minus. So 1 divided by n plus half minus 1 divided by n plus half. Taking the LCM, we get n minus half minus n minus of half, that is n plus half. So n and n cancels, minus of it will be 1. So minus 1 divided by n square minus 1 by 4. Or on taking the LCM, 4n square minus 1 divided by 4, where 4 will go to the numerator. Therefore, what we are getting here is an is equal to minus 4 root 2 divided by pi into 1 divided by 4n squared minus 1. And equation 1 implies f of x is equal to a0 by 2 plus sigma an cos nx, where sigma an is minus 4 root 2 divided by pi into 1 divided by 4n squared minus 1 cos nx plus 0. Therefore, root of 1 minus cos x is given by this. That is, by taking the 2 root 2 by pi outside, we are getting this result. But this an, whether it is true for all the values of n, that we need to check it here. Because in the denominator, when n is equals to 0 or not, that we have to check it. Thank you.